Hello, everybody. My name's Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from round 4 of the Gen Con World Qualifier. Super excited to be here. We're resetting some final things. Our scenario for this one is chance engagement. Here in round 4, we have Alex Oehker versus Nick Ruivo. Alex Oehker of Canada versus Nick Ruivo of Indiana. This round, I'm joined by
Crispy.
And chance engagement. Let's go ahead and get a quick explanation of that. What is chance engagement?
All right, so there is a single objective in the center of the board. Starting at round 2, if you have a ship within range 0 to 2 of that center objective, you will score 1 point. However, if you are the only player that has any ships within range 0 to 2 of that objective, you will score 2 points instead. In addition to that, you will also score half points when you do half damage on your opponent's ships.
That's right. That's different than any of the other scenarios. It's the only one that gives half points. You want to stay near that center. You want to make sure that you're getting at least one of those 2 points. You don't want to be giving up 2 points a turn. And that scoring does not start until the following round. What was that?
Coloring.
Ah, yes, the coloring. So let's go ahead. Let's go through that. Ember wearing purple. Very stylish. It is the season's finest color. Color of royalty. Scorching green out there. For whatever reason, Scorch I almost always put in green, just because I think I did it the first time and it's always stuck.
That's a good color for him.
Yeah.
Honestly. He wears it well.
Malrus has pink and Kylo orange. Well, this is helpful for when they're out there and there's a bajillion target locks. Whose is what? And then on the other side, we have...
It appears to be click in yellow, contrail in red.
Yes. And if we get it wrong, Crispy, we just switch it later.
Yeah, exactly. That's the magic. All right. Want me to go ahead and start running down these lists?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Absolutely.
Break it down. And everybody at home, it is time for you to choose your champion after I award points from last round, which was player number 1.
Come on.
Come on, I believe in you. Website. There you go. And now you can choose your champion. Break it down.
All right. So on the left, we have Alex Oehker representing the best faction in the game, the First Order. He has Kylo Ren in the TIE Whisper with Instinctive Aim, Predator, Concussion Missiles, Sensor Scramblers, Shield Upgrade, and the Enhanced Jamming Suite. He has Gideon Hask in the She Shuttle with Elusive, Proud Tradition, Biohex Codes, Tactical Officer, and Agent Derek's. He also has Ember with Elusive and Pattern Analyzer, and to round it off, he has 2 TIE Fighters, Scorch with Predator, Fanatical, and Advanced Optics, and Commander Malrus with Fanatical and Cluster Missiles. On the right, we have Nick. Is that Ruivo or
Ruivo?
Ruivo. The I's before the V.
What did I think it's Ruivo.
It is supposed to be Ruivo.
I think so.
No, it's supposed to be IVO. Ruivo. Nick Ruivo.
You know what? You fix this really easy.
Hey, it's not a GSP stream.
Nick R.
Nick R. Perfect. It's not a GSP stream if we have, trouble pronouncing something or someone.
That's right.
So we have Nick R. on the right with the Galactic Republic. He has Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Ada with Heightened Perception, Juke, and Ion Cannon. Hound in the very popular ship among Republic players with Yoda, Novice Technician, 7th Fleet Gunner, and Synchronized Console. A pair of V-Wings, Click with R3 Astromech, the Besh configuration, and Conternets. And Contrail with Crack Shot, Chopper, and the Besh configuration as well. And Oddball in the Y-Wing, showing up with Dedicated, Dorsal Turret, and Proton Torpedoes.
That's right. I've come to punch you in the face.
Exactly.
After I K-turn. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Oddball's ability goes off with those target locks. It does make those red maneuvers and red actions very dangerous. on Oddball. You gotta watch out for that at Initiative 5. Now, these first order ships, you know, they can be rather squirrely. They're really good at objectives. Now, here's a question: in chance engagement, which one of these you think has an advantage?
I mean, I think they both kind of have a similar build, and I mean, if you could just compare them as like just, you know,
like kind of archetypes.
Yeah, archetypes, because you each have Kylo versus Obi-Wan as your ace, your heavy hitter, you know, your ace in the hole that can close out a game. They each have the support craft Gideon on one side with a whole bunch of coordinates and calculates, and Hound on the other side with coordinates and rerolls. And then they have their kind of standard fighters, the pair of TIE fighters on the left, the pair of V-Wings on the right, and then you've got that one, you know, heavy hitter ship. Ember's in there, Constrain Lock, Double Mod, and Oddball's got those Torps that he's carrying around. So, you know, from a just logistical standpoint, they are very similar and pretty well matched. Points almost match across the board, as well as, I mean, just going into this, I really like what the Republic is doing. Like, they've got all of their buddies over there on that one side, and they're ready to swing in.
Alex is a little spread out. His setup looks a little bit more like almost like Assault of the Satellite Array. It's kind of what I saw when I see that setup.
However, he's on his way in, navigating those obstacles, and as you can see, obstacle placement is very heavily skewed towards the bottom and to the right. So once Nick clears that debris cloud that Hound is currently next to, he's got all the space in the room to fly. Meanwhile, Alex is going to have to navigate Scorch and Ember through those obstacles. So that could potentially affect the opening engagement, or this could be smart by Alex, having all of his ships from different angles combined and converge on the same single ship.
Agreed. And looking at our current Choose Your Champion betting, it looks like Alex Oehker is a 74% favorite going into this. That is pretty slated. Do you think it's... I mean, part of it is, of course, the Oehlers are both very good.
Incredibly.
Very good X-Wing players out of Canada. You know, versus... or is it just the matchup? People look at the list and say, well, you know, it has to be the fact that it's FO. Because, all right, let's compare them side by side. We were talking about kind of how the archetypes are similar. When I compare Kylo Ren to Obi-Wan, I feel like, at least in just raw damage, I feel like Kylo wins out that one. Gideon, Hask to Hound, they're trying to do different things, but I think that 7 Fleet Gunner is what pushes over the top for Hound for me, right? Oddball versus Ember. I mean, that's
weird.
So Ember shuts down modifications, right, of green tokens, and Oddball is just there to punch you in the face. I think one thing that could end up, you know, because I think, you know, Scorch and Maloriz versus Click and Contrail, those are pretty even. I think that the offensive potential is a little higher on FO.
Absolutely. They throw a lot more. I mean, they can get double mods themselves. Scorch has his ability, plus, you know, all 3 of his upgrades are just to boost his firepower. And Maloriz, her ability is incredibly effective with cluster missiles, basically doubling up on her palatability to get those focus results to hits. That's not something that the V-Wings can, you know, do themselves. They have Besh, which makes them very accurate with their 2-die shots, but they don't have the spike firepower.
Yeah, they can't get to that
First Order has. Yep. However, Click does have his defensive bonus, which is incredibly useful, and I think we'll be seeing that used here in the opening. Looks like Click has already picked his 2 ships to lock with R3 Astromech. That is Oddball and Obi-Wan. So those are the 2 ships that you want to protect the most. And Click's got a mine that he can throw out there. I mean, we saw Connor Nets earlier today have a massive impact on the game, stunning a Luke Skywalker, which was then eliminated the next round.
Oh, so good. So good. Yeah, I think I think one of the linchpins that I want to look at it for in this game is how oddball gets used, because those proton torpedo carriers that are not like, because oddball isn't maneuverable, right? He's pretty much a boat. Boat out there. If those proton torpedoes can be effective, I think Nick hacks the game. But if you end up losing that Y-wing without getting those proton torpedoes off, I think you're just having a bad day.
Yep. And I mean, I think for Alex, that Y-wing is going to be the primary target going in. Oddball has dedicated, so he'll be able to provide defensive rerolls to other ships. And Hound will be able to take the strain token off of Oddball with his pilot ability. And then he will be able to use dedicated again. So he's going to be very annoying to the First Order until they take him out. Yeah. So, I mean, Click is also there to provide defense. But those defensive rerolls are going to be key, as he needs to be. Does he need to be in the side arc, or does he need to have the defender in his side arc?
For dedicated, I believe the defender needs to be in your side arc.
Got it.
Now, they did their measuring for that center objective, and Alex was the only one that had ships in range. Nick was just out, so that was a 2-point swing. Even though the board over there does say 20-0, that is not correct. That's not correct.
You want me to go fix it?
Yeah, you could go just.
I won't interrupt.
Yeah. All right, we'll switch over to that player cam. Did Alex have a "that's how numbers work" feel?
Yeah, he looked over the board and said, "I already won."
It's that easy. It's that easy, guys. Just show up, turn the board to 20, and you walk away.
Exactly. Oh man, I wish it was that easy. Honestly, that'd make tomorrow incredible.
I got Target Lock asking, is Chris Allen playing today? I don't believe so. He was not on the roster for today. Very seriously looking at the board. I love it.
Oh, I love Alex's intensity. We've played a lot. We're actually sharing a room. It's good. So Cam, Alex, and I are all in a room at Hilton.
Okay.
So Cam went on stream last game.
Yep.
Alex is here. And if I go on tomorrow, we'll hit the whole squad.
There you go. 3 Canadians on stream so far. So we had we have had Cam, Alex, and who was the other? Another A.
Brendan.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. There's been a lot of Canadian on Canadian violence today.
I
think in round 2, I know there are at least 2 matchups. So it's going to be. I think most of the Canadians have actually scheduled it, not planning with everyone else. Hey, let's go on Thursday. It just happened that all the Canadians scheduled for Thursday.
It's their own fault. And yes, Will Hagewood. The question here is Will flying today? He is. Will Hagewood is actually standing right in front of us. He's playing against Cam Murray right now, currently undefeated, going into round 4. It needs one more win to get into the cut.
Yep.
That's what he's looking for. Same thing for Cam. So that is a win and in game. Honestly, I think if we hadn't just had Cam on the stream, I probably would have taken that one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Look at that. That is a double Desi matchup versus a double Fire Spray.
Thickums. Can we see Will next round? It depends if it makes sense or not.
Well, I mean, he'll be 4-0 against a potential 3-1.
Wow, you just said he's losing. You just called it. You just called it. You say you just said he's going to be 4-0.
Maybe.
I mean, I want him to be 4.
I think the Desis had the upper hand there. That's just me looking at it.
As you looking at
it is Decimators in chance engagement. I think they've got the upper hand.
All right.
Didn't Will beat Alex in a roll-off? Yes, that was the first round of today. Will and Alex, very intense match. I believe it was tied, what, 20-20? Or
or no, 21.
21, yeah, it was 21-21. Yeah. And it ended up being in a roll-off. Will did win. So Alex, you know, he wants to go back. He wants to, he submarined.
That's right.
And now he's won his last two, and we are getting in. Ooh, that was that a, what was that roll for?
I'm not sure.
Is that a bump from Ember?
Yes, right here. No, it doesn't make any sense. No, yeah, that was Ember bumping. Was it a hit?
No, I believe it was an eyeball. Also, this is turn 2.
Yes.
Actually, no, this is turn 3. This is turn 3. That was just turn 2.
I trusted you, Crispy.
Yeah.
You were saying Ember did end up getting damaged?
Was that? I can check.
Let's see here. We'll know right now. Yes. Yeah, there is. If we peek here, here's a trick. Not that one. Wrong one. Yeah.
Yep.
Shield flip. So Ember did end up taking a shield there. Free damage for Nick. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Seems like navigating the obstacles has cost Alex so far. Scorch not in a great position. Still might have a range 3 shot.
Yep, on Contrail.
Yep. Contrail could potentially clip Hound if that's the target that you want. However, I think Malaris is really happy because this is Cluster Missile City.
That's right. It's like, oh, look at all these targets. Glitter Stem activate.
Mm-hmm. Did Kylo Ren stay cloaked? It appears. I believe that is a cloak token.
It is. It is a cloak token.
So Kylo not going to be taking a shot for this first engagement.
And will be forced to decloak, correct?
That is correct.
Because of the sensor scrambler. So that's a 3 straight.
Mm-hmm.
Again, doesn't have a shot. This is more about positioning. Looks like he might be trying to get into the flank. You got Contrail out there with locks. Nope, this is switched. Click is red because click is the double target locking.
Click is the double.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Right, because of click's ability.
Yes. I thought I could have sworn on the first round that the yellow V-wing moved first.
That might be true, but.
Appears to have been a boost jam from Kylo getting around the corner. Removed the evade off of, I believe that was Obi-Wan? Or that might have been Contra.
Slaps down the evade. Going to be defensive instead of offensive here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you were to cluster missile here, what would be your 2 targets?
I think it has to be Hound, and if you have range, I think you take Oddball. Contrail is going to be the one in the man in the middle, on either side. Looks like activated pilot ability there from Malaris. I mean, Oddball is the one you want to take out early because of that dedicated.
Yep.
But Scorch already has Arc on Hound and potentially Ember from downtown as well. So.
Alright. Looking at Obi-Wan's options. Heightened perception doesn't make any sense here. But we are going to go 7 Fleet Gunner, 4 dice into Kylo.
Ooh!
3 hits and a crit going into Kylo on the onset. And that is a stunned pilot. I mean, I guess it's at least it's only a stunned pilot.
It's only a stunned.
That's rough. Here comes Contrail.
I mean, yikes.
And 2 hits going into Malorus. Safe. Yep, it's got to go single edge to single edge. It is just range 3. And safe. And now Malorus is up, range 2 at the lat, trying to go for easy money. Not gonna happen. Little despair looking here for the First Order.
Yeah. Man. I mean, Malorus not being able to, use that evade so far seems like a lock. Could have done you some good there.
And into Kylo, hit crit, has the force. You have to spend it. There's no reason to be taking crits.
Yep.
All right, Alex trying. You could tell Alex is trying not to get tilted. He's thinking a little bit about Kylo though.
Advanced optics. There goes.
Scorch is going to still deliver 1 damage. That's into the lap.
3 more blanks from Ember. No damage going into. No more damage going into Hound.
And Gideon. And that's it. And Hound's going to go in there. Plenty of evades on that one. I'm still thinking about that shot into Kylo. Like I can't.
Well, it is ballsy going for the boost to get the jam on Contrail's evade. However, putting yourself in that position, specifically against an Obi-Wan that still has a focus token.
Yeah.
Because Kylo's enhanced jamming suite only gets you that bonus die if there's a jammed ship in the arc, or if the attacker does not have any green tokens. He used his jam not to protect himself, but to remove the evade from someone else.
Well, but he also didn't have that information, right? Alex was first player. He took the risk and he got in.
Nick was first player.
No, right here.
Yeah, but Nick's Obi-Wan was there. That's why he did the boost and got the jam.
Maybe they're not moving the token.
Maybe I'm completely wrong.
I didn't think Obi-Wan was there. I thought Obi-Wan moved.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Afterwards.
I thought Obi-Wan was there when he boosted.
It worked out. It worked out for Obi-Wan. He was able to get the 4 damage. You know who will tell us we were right or wrong? The YouTube comments. They'll tell us.
There you go. Yep. However, Kylo is now in the backfield and could potentially do some damage.
Kylo moved after. Okay.
Yep. So they each got 1 point for the center, it looks like.
So it'll be a score of 3 to 4.
Yep. There you go.
So we got, looking at the board state here. So Ember. Oh, okay, so if you have this 2-hole left on Kylo, is it a mistake to go? Like, I guess if you were Nick here, would you commit resources to trying to get those last 2-hole on Kylo? Or is Nick not in the position to do that right now?
I don't think he's in a position to do that. Right now, Kylo can be fast if he wants to. I think right now, Kylo's got that 5K on his mind. Get out there, but still in a position where he can quickly turn in. And there's not a great ship that Nick has to punish that move. I think that they just have to, the Republic has to commit all their firepower now to what's in front of them. They had their shot at Kylo. They did a lot of damage to Kylo, and they will catch Kylo later.
That's right. And you got the half points, right?
Yes.
You got the 3. So you didn't come away with nothing.
Yep.
So the center objective is centered. It's just the mat got moved. So if you look at it, the mat is moved visually right.
Yes. If it helps, if you look at the overlay on the left does not cover
the tokens.
The tokens, while the overlay on the right actually reaches up onto the mat. So the mat has shifted to the right.
Gruesome Lakes.
Hound disarming for that 7th Fleet Gunner, as he will most likely do for the rest of the game.
And 1 forward. So that 7th Fleet Gunner is an absolutely awesome tool for the Republic, being able to add that extra die in those moments of need, like we saw against Kylo. Looks like it was a coordinate action to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Two straight. Takes a focus there on Ember. So Ember has been a non-factor so far in this game. It's going to take a deplete token, reducing the offensive power in order to set up a lock. Scorch to bank. I will say, looking at Alex's position, he does have, with Nick being so tight, he may end up not being able to get the target he wants in arc. Alex has a lot of space. And a big 3 bank from the side shuttle.
With a focus.
So what's Gideon's ability?
So Gideon's ability is while a friendly ship at range 0 to 2, while himself or a small friendly ship at range 0 to 2 performs a primary attack, if they roll 2 attack dice, they can add 1 against a damaged defender.
So won't take into account yet, but it's something that could end up popping up later.
Yep. Especially with all those initiatives. Gideon shooting himself last, so between all your heavy hitters, Kylo, Malorus, Scorch, Ember, they're throwing a lot of dice. They punch through a damage card. All of a sudden, Gideon can now throw 3 dice at range 2 and 3.
That's right. And did Hound end up getting a card last turn?
No, he took 1 shield.
Took 1 shield, yeah. So we'll see if that ends up triggering this turn or not.
It's like a 2 bank from Malorus attempting to slide past. Does not.
And slamming down the stress focus there.
Yep.
For Malorus, question mark?
She's probably not going to be a primary target here.
Yeah.
So she'll want at least 1 offensive mod. She, probably is not going to use it for defense, and then she can save her pilot ability for later.
Does her pilot ability say if you are not stressed?
No, it does not.
It does not, so you could double stress yourself.
You absolutely can. I've had Malorus hit with a panicked pilot before, and she just keeps pumping out her charges.
I'm just here to do my thing.
Yep. Alrighty. Kylo coming back around.
I need to drop out. What do I talk to you about that, or do I just not show up?
What's the name? I can make sure he gets it.
What? It did. I marked it.
I have no idea.
All right. Next ship moving here, the V-Wings. In the center, that's going to be a bump. Just write down his name, D. It's a 1-button click.
Okay, yeah, I've got his name down.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Somebody said Connor Net in front of Kylo next turn. Oh, you ride.
Alex might have forgotten about that.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Squall 25, I get it. I 100% get it. But when the company that paid out the wazoo for the internet for you says, hey, you should use this Met, you go, okay.
And honestly, I'd rather stare into something thematic than the dark black abyss upon which my ships are standing.
It's a question about bumping into allies. When you bump into your ally, you got to roll a die. All right. On a hit or a crit, take a damage, and you do not have the option to get that focus by taking a stress.
That's correct. So, did Obi-Wan just bump into the back of Oddball?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Was a die rolled?
I think so.
I'll check.
Yes, he did. There's a damage card there, and I can double check. Double check that that's Obi-Wan. Yep. So Obi-Wan does take a damage there. That is massive. Those Ada's only having 3 health.
And guess what? There's a damaged defender out there for Gideon Hask.
Oh no!
Could pump up Malorus's attack to 3 dice.
Okay, get some dedicated action. Take a strain on Oddball. Hound takes a strain from him. Reroll blank to blank. Use the force. No damage, but was trying to avoid using the force there.
Yep.
And that's just hit, crit.
Hit, crit, indeed.
And that's going to be a damage defender now. It's a whole breach. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. So all cards are going to end up being face up. Alburn 277 asking, do you score half points in chance engagement? You sure do. One hit, fire convergence. That's better, 2 hits. 2 hits into Gideon.
Nope. Hold up.
Elusive attempt.
Nah, it's
Blank to blank. I had a feeling.
Yep.
Had a feeling.
Listen, elusive, it saves you.
Yep.
As long as you remember it, it saves you.
Obi-Wan Kenobi has a shot in, or Gideon going into Obi-Wan Kenobi will have that 3rd die added. Here we go. Hit crit.
Okay.
1 damage on the Gideon.
Shields
are down.
Oh.
Now we're down to the initiative 4s. Spends the lock. This is going into Hound. Spends a focus. 2 crits going into Hound because of hull breach. Damage engine is the first one. And then a council fire.
Looks like range 3 Scorch has arc on Obi-Wan.
Ooh, that's bad. Hit, crit, crit. Oh, got the natties, baby. Woo!
Those 8s are slippery, man.
Sometimes it works. The obstacle was corrected. It was accidentally bumped earlier, and they just they fixed it.
Yep. With those larger tokens on the board, it's easier for us to see, but it's a bit more difficult for them.
Man,
to move
I have seen people slap obstacles with nothing on the board.
That's fair.
It's just an oopsident. And Alex, more pain here. 2 more crits. Panic Pilot. Damage sensor array.
Trying to collect them all.
Panic Pilot for double stress, and of course damage sensor array. Limiting.
Console fire, no damage.
Nice.
Not going to be able to repair that console fire.
No.
Because of panicked. So Hound could slowly burn himself away.
What can your Hound do? Nothing. Nothing.
Hey, I mean, it can sit in the center of the board for you and cover that objective.
It can 7 fleet gunner, and it can fire convergence.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the fact that Hound survived that round, it was big.
Yep.
That was big.
So, there's the Connor net from Click dropping in front of Kylo. Do we see Scorch take one for Kylo?
Take one for the team. No.
And jump onto that mine to protect his Supreme Leader?
Well, here's a question for you. Is this a turn where Kylo is just going to rely on the back arc? Turn away, one hard, flip it, concussion missile?
Well, I think even if he was a bit closer, like if Hound was within range 1, or the ships were a bit closer. But if the ships, like if Oddball does a 4K, Hound just punches it, Obi-Wan gets out of there. He could potentially have a shot there on Click. Like if that's his target, he could absolutely one hard away, focus rotate, and have a really good shot into Click there. I mean, I am worried for Kylo if he turns in, if he doesn't protect Kylo with the Connor net. I mean, the one hard away, I believe, should save you from the Connor net. So if you want to take the long route, that's perfectly fine. Because I don't think you want to have Scorch looking at the edge of the board. No, you do not. Hound did roll for the console fire and missed. Yep. Now let's go ahead. Let's take a peek at the Choose Your Champion voting. Did we turn it on for this one? I think we did, right? I know we did. Yep. Ooh, wow. That is a 65% favorite for Alex. We'll see. Both players did score a point there at the end, right? Yeah. So if we head over to our player cam, let's just go ahead and make sure, double check, 5-6. This is going into round 4. That's what we got. Has Gideon been tossing calculates? I don't think so. On the first engagement, there was a calculate toss to Ember, and then Ember rolled 3 blanks. Unfortunate. Okay. However, I have not seen calculates past this last turn, so I believe there are 2 left. And if I stand up, I do see it looks like 2 calculates. That could just be another token stacked up over there. But it does appear that only 1 calculate has been shared. So Nick is going to end it. And here we go, the Connor net. Like I keep thinking about Scorch, my Supreme Leader. And we're waiting here to see how things end up rolling. So we got a range 2. Waiting to see where things go here. And there's the dial flip.
Yeah, that match right there.
Liable 24 really wants to see Kylo hit that net. We'll find out.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, this match here.
But looks like Click taking a hard turn. Did Alex only get 1 objective point? No.
You remember when he let you do a count?
I mean, yes.
Yes.
Every round, yes.
except for the first one.
Yeah, except where he got to. Takes the bump. And that's Scorch. Bumps into a enemy ship.
Mm-hmm. Is debating the red focus and takes it.
Yep.
I understand wanting to have that
Third
extra die, but with advanced optics.
With advanced optics, and also you have Gideon, right? Gideon
Yes.
can give you that third die anyway. You're just not getting the fourth.
Yep.
No greed.
Exactly. Looks like Ember did the hard one, bumped into Malorus, and did not take any extra damage.
All right, looks like we need to do a little table surgery here in a moment. While we do that, let's go ahead and say thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Asmodee for providing internet access here at Gen Con. Normally every year what we do is we run it off of a mobile hotspot because the internet costs here for Gen Con, it's not even just Gen Con, it's the Indianapolis Convention Center, is ridiculous. I will publicly say that it is a stupid amount of money. But because they needed internet for what they were doing here, and they say, hey, we want you to stream as well, they were able to cover those costs. So big shout out to Asmodee. Thank you to our patrons, our #1 supporters who have been making it possible to stream all the other Gen Cons past and pay that phone bill when the mobile hotspot bill comes. And of course, thank you to Curl Paul Creatives. Currently has 20% off sale, no code needed. All you got to do is place the order. So thank you to Asmodee, Curl Paul Creatives, and most importantly, our amazing patrons.
Mind if I do a couple shout-outs while we're still
Shout-outs?
Yeah.
For people, yes.
For people?
Yeah.
Can I say my local squadrons back home?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I've got Viper Squadron, which is in Sarasota. They've prepped me well. I have freshly painted minis that I am excited to show off tomorrow. And then also my Orlando group by my college is Bearded Squadron. So shout out to them. I saw a couple of them in the chat.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
So happy to have you here. Happy to have you guys watching in. And this is...
Oh, yeah, you're from Florida. You said you couldn't make that event when I was down there.
Yes, so that actually is the one that you went to is my local store.
That's okay.
For my college, but we went on vacation a day before. We left on Friday.
Oh, so sad.
Oh, I was trying to say, like, all right, Mom, Dad, just give me a car. I'll come back. Like,
I promise.
Yeah, I'll be 3 days late. Trust me.
That's so funny.
Yep.
Oh, that checks out now. The convention website says $230 for 3 days, or $360 for 5 days. No, that ain't right.
No.
Trust me, that ain't right. All right.
Oh, and here comes Kylo.
Oh, he hit it. He hit it. They just pulled it. He's like, he did the one hard.
He did the one hard.
Towards the corner net.
Yep.
So that's a damage, and he's ionized. So you know exactly where Kylo's going.
Yeah, it's all shout out. I love you guys, Tauntaun Squadron. You guys are some of the best prep I've ever had. Amazing players all around. I'm not forgetting about you.
I think Andrew, Alex's brother, is in the chat.
He is.
Is Andrew not here?
No, he's not.
What?
Unfortunate. We're all very sad.
Did he have responsibilities or something? What's going on?
I think he couldn't get off work. But once again bumping into his own ship, not taking the damage.
This is fine. And puts down the calculate. So that means Captain Terex, or Agent Terex, now will be flipping to the other side. And hit crit. Blinks. And was that into Kylo? Where did that crit go into? I missed that.
That does seem... So he awarded 3 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, that must have been into Kylo. I'll check board state.
Oh, he sure did. I was looking for how would he have shot him. Obi-Wan.
Ion cannon?
Yep. We'll double check. We'll wait here. All right.
One card on Gideon for sure.
Yep. So here's Alex's.
Ooh, Malaris. Full string.
And triple focuses. This is going into... Does he have any evades right there next to Obi-Wan? Shout out to Alex. That's
good stuff.
That's a... I look at that. That's a pro move, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a pro move. He's like, hey, you have an evade, right? Now he wins the game no matter what. You know that, right? In everybody's heart. All right. You had Nick look over at the table. Crit.
That will eliminate Obi-Wan.
There you go. Obi-Wan does go down now.
However, that does take a shot away from wherever else Kylo could be shooting at.
Yep.
But look at that. Bing. Like, honestly, some pows, some explosions in the chat as the two aces take each other out.
That's right.
It has to be stable.
Yes.
You know, if one ace goes down, the other one has to go down.
Balance.
And as Hound's about ready to go out and Gideon is getting pounded.
That's 8-11 here in round 4. All right, they're doing a little bit of cleanup. I mean, yeah, I'm glad some ships died. There's just too much stuff on the board.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we could draw a line right across the Death Star trench and the ships would stay in the top.
I mean, you're right. They're attacking the satellite.
Yeah. Look at that.
And there we go. Shot going into Malorus. Range 1. And spin for 3.
Takes the shield.
And we're going to keep it going. Hit crit.
Plated hole, dropping it down. So that's 2 shields off oddball.
Hit crit. And takes 2 more.
So Scorch with the range 0 takes out Hound.
Boom, boom. You know what? Skill for not taking any direct hits.
Yeah.
with that whole breach.
Well shuffled deck by Nick.
Hound is down right there. That's going to be a 14-8 swing. Reminder, we got one more round after this. Now, looking at the positioning right now, Alex only lost 1 ship. Gideon's still decently healthy.
Yep.
We talking about those proton torpedoes. Nick needs to get those off.
Yep.
He needs to get those off in order to have a chance to swing this game back in his favor.
And I mean, looking at the position right now, those ships are, I think, too close.
Yep.
Plus oddball stress. He's only got those 1 and 2 straight blues. Not the way that his arc wants to be pointed.
Nope. Yeah, and then we talked about big point swings. The most expensive ship is already gone, right? So the most points you can gain at once is 4, which already doesn't put you ahead.
Yeah.
And then Nick is also fighting the deficit of the opening, where Alex was able to score 2 points on the chance engagement, and he was not in range to get his.
Yep. And it looks like Contrail's going to be the one to hold down that center objective oddball. Not in a position. Click, not in a position. And I mean, Alex has 2 ships right around there that can just mull about. I'm expecting a 2 sloop from Ember.
Okay, I like that.
Get that pattern analyzer working. Not sure if you've been attacked yet, so I think your elusive charge is still up on Ember. But basically, stay in the range 2 bubble, put your arc on one of the V-wings, and start going after him.
So some people in the chat talking about, it started sarcastically talking about reprints, and now they're actually talking about reprints.
Oh, lovely.
What's a ship that you believe will never get reprinted?
Never get reprinted.
Yeah.
I think the Punisher. TIE
Really?
Punisher. I don't think that's getting reprinted. As much as I love Death Rain, like I love Death Rain,
yeah.
I don't think it's coming back.
Okay. For me, the hands down, no doubt. Even though it's a movie ship, the Resistance bomber, not gonna happen.
I think it's possible. If Resistance needs the help,
man, I don't know. Just with, I don't believe. I don't believe they would. It would have to be the first re-release that has like all new pilots, all new cars. You just have to redo the ship. Maybe the model's the same, but you got to redo the ship. Drop. Write your name down.
All right, I got it. You're Robert. I got it. Perfect. That's what I thought. No problem.
Say the 5. Somebody says, just give me the Kirax.
The Kirax needs some help. If it gets reprinted.
And you know, this is actually a good point. Jared Star Wars says they did say that the YT-2400 is getting re-released, and it got a major rework, right? So maybe the Resistance bomber has a chance.
I think there's a chance.
But I don't believe. Here we go. We have the road roll. All right, rolls a die. We'll have a calculate there because of Agent Terex.
Mm-hmm.
Getting Malrus out the way. Big 3 bank. I think this looks like a points saving maneuver is what this looks like. Get into the backfield.
And be thankful that Terex gave you a calculate, not a jam.
That's right.
Proud Tradition.
Ooh,
Gonna trigger.
spicy. Proud Tradition allowing you to perform focus actions even while stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the bad side? What's the bad side of that? The enemy can spend a focus.
Spend a focus on defense or suffer a crit.
Okay, to flip it.
Yep. Looks like the 1 bank from Ember over the top of Contrail.
Trying to catch oddball.
Yep.
That 1 agility is the killer for those Y-wings, because I feel like they have to get off their big shots in the beginning, because in the end game, if they're the ones left over, they're getting wrecked.
Yep. They're not.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're not maneuverable enough.
They're not maneuver, and they don't pull enough heat. Like like the ships that you have to take out early, right? You got to take out Obi-Wan, you got to take out Hound, and if you didn't do your job while the attention wasn't on you, that's it.
Yep. There's no cover, and he's exposed. Click is the only protection you have. You're taking away 1 range 1 die.
All right, probably a little flippy-dipped here. No, we're gonna go ahead and 3 straight for Malrus. Malrus, who's not done cluster missiles this turn. It's worked out so far.
Yep. Does Alex have a ship within range 2 of that center?
No. No, he doesn't.
I think Scorch is out.
I think you're right. These chairs are terrible.
Yeah, I know.
The foam on there is pretend. Actually, those look newer. Might steal one of those.
I mean, I'm sure there are gaming chairs somewhere in this con.
All right, the jam gets cleared. And 1 forward. I think Oddball was just hoping to have somebody in the arc to proton torpedo.
How are you?
Doing good. I like how you have it's Uno Ultimate, but it matches the Squadron. But the color, the theme.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like you have your back in the Mattel? Yeah, that's why I'm grabbing.
All right. And here's a roll. 3 hits on a focus. Going for that proton torpedo.
I did bring my game though, so I just want to play it.
And 1 evade.
Hit, crit.
Fuel leak, but it's going to be blank because Gideon's down to his last hull.
Really nice. I have strong opinions on
14 to 10.
Oh, really?
I think Oddball's in a world of pain right now.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, Lord, it's a coming. Here comes Ember into Oddball. Range 1, 4 dice. Oh, wait, nope. That's he got 2 dice in his hand.
Yep, I believe this is Ember's attack. And,
because he had the...
And Click reduces it by 1.
Yes.
For what event? For what event?
Yeah, it's on travel.
I am not.
This is also like $60.
Where's Warhammer?
Not here. This is Asmodee. Warhammer, I'm not sure. If in your program book there should be a map that has all the locations.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I guess we look really official because we have headsets and microphones
Oh,
on.
absolutely. I mean, you look great, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly,
too.
what was that? Oh man, that polo looked great.
Thank you.
A buddy of mine always wears Hawaiian shirts. Any X-Wing event, always a Hawaiian shirt.
Always gotta look good to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
I got side.
All right. Sorry, we were trying to help somebody out. We need to find out how much damage does Oddball have left.
It'll be fine by the time I get back. There's lurking.
Put out a tip jar.
What is lurking? My brain's so slow. In my head, I'm like, oh, who else put that more?
Oddball is dead.
Oh, Oddball is dead? Okay. Good game. All right, yeah, with the points from the other turn, that gives us a total there of 20-12. Congratulations to Alex getting the win there after a score check. All righty. That was, well, you know what? Sometimes just double checking you never know. It's like looking in the seat cushions for change.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, it's a win.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, everybody. Well, let's go ahead. Let's do some giveaways. Gonna be standing for this because this chair is absolutely terrible. All right, stream prizes. Let's see where we got those beautiful lights behind us and everything. If you go right in the perfect center, it's like a halo. So we are at 77. We did give away those regional dice, so let's go ahead and mark those. Okay. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and give away a t-shirt, a Gold Squadron t-shirt brought to you by the Grand Admiral patrons. All you got to do is type in the chat. That's it. Little buttons, whatever you like. So let's do a little interview with Crispy. Crispy, where are you from?
I'm from Venice, Florida.
All right. And when did you start playing X-Wing?
So I got into X-Wing right at the end of 1.0. Like my first ever large tournament that I went to was Gen Con.
Okay.
Wall 2.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.